Problem of the day number 6. 2/5 of the students in Central Middle School are boys. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair and 1/4 of the boys have blonde hair. What fraction of the students in Central Middle School have blonde hair? So what I see a lot of students having trouble with a problem like this is not understanding where to start, not understanding how to organize the information and figure out how to even go about solving this type of problem. So what I recommend is organizing the information first, right? So first thing they tell us is that 2/5 of the students are boys. So that means that we have either boys or we have girls. So if there are 2/5 of them are boys, that means that 3/5 of them are girls. We're going to assume that there's nothing other than boys or girls. Okay. And then it says 1/3 of the girls. So inside the girls category, 1/3 of them are either blonde, right? So 1/3 are blonde. So they're either going to be blonde or they're not going to be blonde. So not blonde. So that means that 2/3 of them are not going to be blonde. Okay, and it says that 1/4 of the boys, so of the boys, some of them are blonde, so 1/4 of them are blonde, and so that means that 3/4 of them are not blonde. Okay, so even though they didn't give us all this other information, we can still extrapolate it. So we can figure it out based on the information that they do give us. Okay, and in the end, we want to put this all together to figure out what fraction of the students in Central Middle School have blonde hair. Okay, and remember, in math, of means multiply, right? So they said that 1/4 of the boys and 2/5 of the students are boys. So 1/4 of the boys means that we're going to multiply those together. So we have 2/5 times 1/4. And that'll give us the fraction of students that are boys with blonde hair. So that gives us 2/20. Okay, and we want to know, but we want to know the fraction of students in general, not just the boys with blonde hair, but also the girls with blonde hair. So 3/5 of the students are girls, and of the girls, 1/3 of them are blonde. So again, we're going to multiply them together. So we have 3/5 times 1/3. Now, the thing that I forgot to do in the first fractions when we multiplied was to simplify before we multiply. So let's do that here. So you see that we have a 3 on top and a 3 on bottom. So they simplify. So this becomes a 1 and a 1. So that gives us 1/5. 1/5 of the students are girls with blonde hair. Okay, and let's simplify this one. So divide top and bottom by 2, which gives us 1/10. Okay, and then so this gives us the fraction of students that are boys that are blonde, and this gives us the fraction of girls that are blonde. And if we want to know the fraction of students that are blonde in general, we need to add these two together. Okay, so we have 1/10 plus 1/5. But in order to add fractions, you need a common denominator. So we're going to multiply the second fraction on top and bottom by 2. So it gives us 1/10 plus 2/10. Which when we add them together, now that they have a common denominator, we add the numerator. So 1 plus 2 gives us 3 and the common denominator of 10. So that means that 3/10 of the Central Middle School students have blonde hair.